Hey, Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana. Good day. I like this kind of stuff. Is Ruth Bader Ginsburg too sick to attend the Supreme Court? She's almost had a perfect record until today, according to this guy. Wow.
You are not going to want to miss a single video where we analyze current events in light of super awesome conservative trends so you can live in the present in light of even better things to come. Let's start off with our chat question of the day. How long before Ruth Bader Ginsburg vacates her seat on the Supreme Court? Let us know what you think in the comments below. This should be a very interesting comments feed. I can't wait to read it. You know, we are going to look at why her days on the Supreme Court are indeed numbered and why the days of judicial left-wing activism are indeed finally coming to an end. But first, a huge shout out to the sponsors of this video, and that's our good friends over at American Values.
Let's go on this a little further here.
America's values. And that's because supporting companies that best reflect our values will serve to both strengthen and preserve our freedom. Now, of course, there's plenty of risk in the stock market, and our ad does not constitute an endorsement. But you can learn more at AmericanValues.com or simply by clicking on the link below. You'll be glad that you did. All right, let's dive right into all of this here. It's being widely reported today that Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg failed to appear before arguments in the Supreme Court. The report that we're getting is that it was due to a stomach bug, whatever that means, some generic thing here. Now, the significance is that she's thus far had a perfect attendance record for the last 25 years. That is until she underwent surgery for cancer last December. Every left-wing liberal panicked, as I'm sure you all know. They utterly panicked when it was announced that she had a tumor removed from her pancreas, which frankly doesn't get worse than that. Doctors have claimed that the removal of the tumor was successful and that at least for now there's no more cancer detected in her body. I believe this was Ginsburg's third bout with cancer, if I recall correctly. But regardless, she's like almost 90 years old, 86. And it doesn't take a genius to figure out that her days on the court are, in fact, numbered. And that's precisely why we're seeing leftist liberals like Michael Moore beginning to panic here. When it was announced that she had just had the surgery for her third bout of cancer, he tweeted out in complete and total panic because, of course, he recognized that if Ginsburg's seat falls, it really is all over for the left-wing political agenda for at least the next generation. And what I've noted before is that in many respects, this panic evidenced by left-wing diehards like Michael Moore is all too little too late. Whether he and others realize it or not, the conservative dominance over the courts has already begun. There's nothing they can do about it. Brett Kavanaugh is the fifth and decisive conservative vote in the Supreme Court. Yes, I know Justice Roberts waffles here and there, no question. But overall, he's relatively consistent in his conservatism and his voting record on the court. But there's no question that a sixth conservative would solidify a staunchly constructionist, pro-constitutional conservative court for a generation. But there's more to it than that. As we talked about in last week's video on this topic, conservatives are already dominating all levels of our court system. You'll definitely want to check out a video that I just uploaded last week. It was a very special week in the Trump presidency because it was the week that he
appointed 160 people. Okay, so let's get on with this.
How much Trump is transforming the judiciary. President Trump has actually appointed more federal appeals court judges at this point in his presidency than Barack Obama and George W. Bush combined.
I'm going to get on with this.
To twist it and use it for their own political purposes. Most of these judges are, in fact, members of the Federalist Society. And if you don't know, the Federalist Society is the premier conservative judicial society in the nation that's helped to seat 4 Supreme Court justices. The most noteworthy was, of course, the great Antonin Scalia, and most recently Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh. Now, all of this should serve as a reminder to us how far we conservatives have come. If you think it through, The very fact that left-wing liberals are so panicked over the welfare of a single sitting judge should confirm for each and every one of us just how much we're winning. They know Ginsburg's days in the Supreme Court are numbered. They know that. They know Trump is going to be the president who's going to appoint her replacement, and they know that a Republican Senate is going to confirm that appointment. Left-wing liberals know this. The problem is that they can't bring themselves to come to terms with this. It's like this.
All right, so that's it. He said it right there. We're going to end it here. Couldn't agree more with him. These next 4 years are going to be life-changing, hopefully, in the United States and worldwide. So Ginsburg's days are numbered. Trump will select another 1 or 2 judges before he's done, Supreme Court judges, and more federal judges. This is Roger Martin from Village, Montana. Good day.